Welcome back. Well, among the many types of offerings up there at UCI, the Claire Trevor School of the Arts, they also do opera, among other things. And we have a couple guests on today who are involved in the production, Dido and Aeneas. Did I pronounce that right? Okay. So today we have Angelica Rowell, and you are a student there.
Yes,
and you're
I
also
am.
performing.
Yes.
And your part is sorceress.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, the sorceress is the main antagonist in the opera, and she has it out for Dido, who's the protagonist of the opera, and it's just a really fun role to play. I get to be in my little evil, malicious side, which is really fun.
That does sound like fun.
Yes.
And Kevin, you are the stage director.
I am.
So when it comes to an opera, is there both a musical director and a stage director? How does that work?
There's a
Okay.
musical director and a stage director.
Okay.
And he's in the pit conducting the orchestra,
Okay.
giving musical notes during rehearsal, and I'm sort of in charge of the blocking.
Okay, very good. So in this production, I'll admit I'm not familiar with it. Is there a lot of blocking, a lot of movement? Because some operas, that I've kind of seen over the years, they kind of just come out and stand a little bit, but there are characters within this as well, right?
Sure. In my productions in general, there is a lot of action. They don't really do the old school park and bark, but we try and make the performances as vivid.
Park and bark, I like that.
as vivid and organic as possible and as exciting as it can be.
Yeah, kind of bring it up to date and
Absolutely.
stimulate the audience a little
Absolutely.
bit. So, Angelica, what is your background? We were speaking beforehand. I know you're from the Bay Area like I am. So,
Yeah.
what did you, as far as your schooling up there, how did you make your way down to UCI?
So I'm from the Bay Area, like you said, and I was heavily involved in just choral ensembles. I was in an all-female a cappella group,
Oh, really?
barbershop group, actually,
Wow.
called Ladies First, and we were in
That's really
cahoots
cool.
with Sweet Adeline.
Uh-huh.
I was also in a swing show choir at my high school, so I was heavily influenced by jazz and stuff. I actually didn't start singing classical until about 2 months before my auditions for schools.
Wow.
So singing classical music is something that's new and a little foreign to me, but it's a beautiful art form, and I'm very excited to be getting trained classically and going down this road. And so I basically just came to UCI because I wanted that classical experience to get trained in a way that's healthy for my voice and to be applied everywhere.
So, singing barbershop style,
Yeah.
does that relate to opera? Because it is a cappella. You are, as far as the quartet, where were you in the quartet? Baritone?
I was a bass.
You were a bass.
I was
okay.
a bass, yes. So when I came into UCI, my chest voice was very developed. I was very used to just sitting really low in my voice.
Yeah.
And so I'm only a second-year student, so I'm still, trying to learn how to have
you got
access.
the lead here, right?
And that's great for playing the villainous.
Yeah, so I have, it's definitely different. I don't know if they relate all that much, but I have a deeper sense of my voice, and I have access to that more deep resonant space of my voice, and I think that I can definitely get some power from that strength.
Yeah, very unique background.
Yeah,
for sure. And Kevin, how long have you been over there at UCI?
This is actually my second quarter. We just started, so I'm brand new.
And what's your background? Where'd you come from?
I'm originally from Utah, and I came to USC to do my doctorate. I'm also a singer, so I studied there. And I studied under the renowned stage director, Ken Kazan. And through that, I got this wonderful job, and I'm just over the moon to work with these incredibly talented students. Opera doesn't get done a lot here.
It does not,
in Orange County, and it's the most expensive of stage mediums to put on.
Is it really?
It is, because you have the orchestra, you have the stage management, in grand opera you have animals on stage, so it's really quite expensive for the sets, and so it's a treat for the local community to be able to see this, I believe.
So as far as being your stage director for this performance here, but you are with UCI. Are you with the drama department, opera? How does that?
With the music department.
Okay.
So I've been hired to teach the opera workshop class, which is where we rehearse.
Okay. What about you? Do you sing opera?
I do. I'm also a singer.
Yeah.
And I do stage directing as well. So it's really a treat for me to be on the other side watching and to be able to sort of orchestrate things and understand, to try and give blocking as I, as a singer, would want to give, to not make people sing upside down, all those things that are difficult as a singer. So I
can see you get that perspective from both sides.
Absolutely.
What do you like doing best?
Oh, don't make me to sing.
And do you see I'll rephrase that. Do you see yourself back on the stage in a production, or whether it's a UCI or something else?
I am still on the stage, but I would hope to have a foray into both of those things. I really love being on both sides. And I feel like it gives me a richer perspective from both sides, either the stage or from the audience.
Yeah. And Angelica, is this your first opera performance?
This is my very first opera performance, so I'm very excited about it. I've done other productions. I also was heavily involved in musical theater. So I've done productions before, but not in this vein of music. So I'm very excited to do this.
What is the basic synopsis of the story?
So basically, there's the Queen of Carthage, who is Dido, and she's your main protagonist. There's Aeneas, who he's coming from Troy, and he wants to be Dido's king, and he wants to marry her, and she just has this really bad feeling about Aeneas.
Yeah.
She just is like, the fates do not have this in store for us. And that is because I have it out for Dido. And the sorceress, she just wants to ruin everything, to be honest. She kind of just, there's a line that says, destructions are delight and delights are greatest sorrow. And so she just wants this chaos in Carthage. And
that's why you're the sorceress.
Yes, and she plots against Dido to send Aeneas away, so that Dido basically is just so heartbroken that she no longer can rule Carthage.
Yeah.
And that is what happens, essentially.
And Kevin, as far as the production goes, you're just telling me how elaborate sometimes operas can be. What's involved with this as far as this compared to, let's just say, a musical? Do you think this is a lot harder to stage direct?
In ways, as many operas do, it does not have a happy ending.
It seems that way.
But it's got some of the most exquisite music you've ever heard. It's an opera that was written in the 17th century, and it's such a gem that it's been done for hundreds of years because the music is just so exquisite. Another wonderful aspect is our chorus plays many roles. They play a Greek chorus, they play the people in Carthage, and they also get to be part of the Witches' Coven. And so it's very exciting to see the versatility between the actors from scene to scene.
Now I should ask, being that it's an opera that is this old, what language?
It's in English.
It's in English.
It's one of the few early English operas because the British were very interested with Shakespeare in straight plays. And so it's really a wonderful, rare gem that didn't happen in England really to its best strength until the 20th century.
And, a lot of times operas that are in different languages, they'll put subtitles up for the audience, but you don't have to do that here.
Yeah,
so,
it's another wonderful thing.
Yeah, that is fantastic. It should be just a great production, and it's only for 2 nights, right? April 29th, April 30th coming up, and I think it's going to be something great. I didn't realize they did operas there. Have they done many in the past?
Not really.
It's just kind of a building block.
It's a new foray, as we said before.
See, you're starting something here.
Yes.
Absolutely, and it's like we said before, it's an expensive art form, and so it's wonderful they've been able to find the funding, and we hope it's a thing that will be done every year now.
Yes.
So, Angelica, as far as you're doing this opera course, but then your courses there are within the opera department or singing in general? Are you learning other aspects?
Yeah, so I'm just, as a voice student, I have to take a bunch of music courses, and Opera Workshop is an optional course as well. So I audition to be in the production, and then it's also, I get credits for it. But I'm also taking music theory, oral skills, which is like musicianship and how to identify music while listening to it orally, and it's hard, but it's worth it, and it helps me as a musician and to grow, and it's such a practical use of knowledge.
How did you apply at UCI in that, a lot of times, and I've mentioned this with other people that have come on for different productions, a lot of people, when they think UCI, they think of technology, engineering, and things like that. Of course, it's one of the leading universities there is for that. And it's wonderful that the whole Claire Trevor Department of the School of the Arts is just growing. But a lot of times, students looking for this type of future don't think of UCI. More and more they are, and I mentioned how my own nephew is as well. How did you pick UCI? What was it that where you just came down to visit it and say this is it?
So I had mentioned to my college and career counselor in high school that music was what I wanted to do. There was nothing else that I saw myself doing. And she had mentioned UC Irvine because she knew they had a good art dance program. And so she's like, just check it out, see what the music program's like. And I was like, I have never heard of UCI in my life. Honestly, I hadn't. But I checked it out and I really liked it, and I was also involved in a honors choir in San Francisco, and my director was actually an alumni of UC Irvine as well.
Great.
So he was like, I did the music program there, and I loved it, and so he also put in a good word, and I was like, okay, I guess I should really check out this school. And I came down here before my senior year with my mom, and I visited the campus, and I just fell in love with the school, and I fell in love with the campus, and I fell in love with Irvine.
It's a great area. I used to live near there, so it is really nice.
Area, great atmosphere. Everyone is so nice. I just felt at home, and I felt comfortable, and I was like, this is where I can see myself for the next 4 years.
That's fantastic. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
I'm sure you do wonderful. Kevin, you as well. I think it's great. You got a lot of different hats you wear over there, and maybe we'll see you back here one day as a performer.
I would love that.
We'll see. All right, I want to mention again, the play is Dido and Aeneas. This is at UCI Claire Trevor School of the Arts. You can go online. It's very easy right there, arts.uci.com, or .edu, excuse me, arts.uci.edu. And then if you want to call them, you can do that as well and get tickets that way. It's a wonderful opportunity to see an opera that doesn't come along a lot here in Orange County. So fantastic. Great to meet both of you.
Only an hour in length, so it's not the ring cycle. It's wonderful.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate it. And we will be back. Yeah, I seem to recall it years ago.